Hello, this is group number 20. Our topic name is user authentication in Android, and the group members are Nilesh Goel, Shashank Shekhar, and Sumit Kumar. I'll go to the Eclipse and I'll explain you the code. I'll start with main.xml. First, I'll take you to the graphical layout. You can see here we have used two text boxes. That is, one is for username and one is for password, and we have the sign in button. Uh, let's see the code for this. Can see there are two edit text which refers to the text boxes. We have assigned the IDs for them, that is the username and password, and these IDs will be using in the .java files. Then we have the button name is the button text is sign in. We have the button where sign in is written, and when that button is clicked, then we are supposed to go to a function home. There is one more attribute in the password text. The text box which has the password attribute. There is something known as Android password is equal to true. What is this supposed to do is when you type your password, it won't be seen, it will be in dotted form, so that no one gets to see your password. Now let's go to the .java file. The .java file, you can see it's written r.layout.main insert content view. It means that this Java file corresponds to the main.xml. Now here we have two identifiers, that is ename and epass, edit text ename, edit text epass. So these two, they refer to the text boxes, and then we have declared the variables as string ecname and string ecpass, which refers to the string that is being stored in the edit text. Then we have created an instance of the database, that is db. Now again I'll take you to the main.xml. When the button is clicked, you're supposed to call the home function. So here is the home function in hello world activity.java. Now what this is supposed to do is, you have ecname. So ecname, it's going to store the string that is entered in the text box username. So the ename, as I told, uh, it refers to the text box, the username text box, which is stored there, and you convert it into string, and you're storing it back in the ecname. Same thing for ecpass. Now we are checking the condition that ecname and ecpass, that is the username and password, none of them should be empty. If either of them is blank, then you should tell the user that this field has, you need to enter this field, it cannot be empty. So if either of them is empty, you are just displaying it on the emulator. The toast is used to display the message on the emulator, and that's what we are doing here. After that, if you have entered both the fields, then it will go to the else part. In the else part, you are going to open the database using db.open, and then c is a variable which will store C will you are going to open the database, and within the database you will try to search the username by the name ecname. So if there is any user, so that will be stored in the variable C. Now you are trying to get the number of users with the name ecname within the database. So if there is no such user by the name ecname, it means that the username that you have entered, there is no such username that is existing. So it will give you a message saying no such user. The second thing is, it may happen that you may enter the username, but the password corresponding to that username that I've entered is not correct. So for the second statement, we are checking that condition. That is, as I told, C is storing the and C dot the string that C contains. We are checking whether it equals the EC password, whether it equals the password that you've entered. So if it doesn't, then it will give you a message incorrect password, and they are closing the database. And if there is any exception, that exception will be caught in the catch block, that is could not retrieve. And once everything is successful, if you have entered a valid username and valid password, then you are calling an intent, and that intent will take you from this page to the home page.class. where all the details of the user will be displayed. Start activity I is nothing but it's starting the intent. And once you go to your home page, uh, it will show you a message saying welcome whatever is your username. That's why we have written here welcome plus ec name. So ec name is nothing but the username. So this shows about the sign up attribute. Again, let's go to main.xml. Let's go to graphical layout. Suppose you enter the username and password, and I mean there is no such username, so you need to create a new account, right? To create a new account, you need to click on this text box, not the text box, on this text. So let's go to the code again and let's see. Yeah, here it is. So this is the text view, create new account, sign up. So you need to click here. You can see here on click. So when you click this thing, you will go to the sign up function. Now again, this sign up function is defined in hello world activity.java. Let's go to that. So this is the sign up function. Within the sign up function, we are not doing anything. We are just calling the intent, and we are navigating from this page to sign up.class, and we are starting the activity. So we are starting the intent. So let's go to signup.class now. I mean signup.java file. Within this file, again same thing what I did in hello world activity.java. I'm declaring six identifiers which identify the text boxes by ename, epass, ecollege, ect, and similarly from ec name to ec domain. These are the variables that refer to the string that will be stored in these text boxes. Let me take you to signup.xml and show you the graphical layout so that you are more clear about it. These are the text boxes, and let's go to the code. You can see these are the identifiers that refer to each of these text boxes, and these are the identifiers that we are in turn using in the .java file. So yeah, this is the again in signup.java we are creating a new instance db of the database, and here we are just retrieving the value that is no here we are linking these variable these instance names. I as I told it, I'll show you again. These are the identifiers which identifies the text boxes. So here what we are doing is we are linking these identifiers by these id. These id were defined in the signup.xml what I showed you just now. So we are just linking these identifiers with these ids. Now let's go down the code. Yeah, this is my signup.xml. Now in the signup.xml, in the graphical layout, you can see a button get started. So let's go to this button, get started. What happens when we click on this button? So when you click on this button, get started, you're going to call a function home underscore start. So this function home underscore start is here. It's defined in signup.java. Here again, you're doing nothing but you're just retrieving all those values, ec name, ec pass. These all are the variables that are going to store the string that you have stored in the text box. And then we have the try block where we will open the database, and then C is a variable in which it will check in the database that is there any name. Now since you are going to sign up, so you should be sure that there is no such user with the same name in the database. So this is what we are checking here now. So we are again in the C variable, you will just check that this is the function this is the part of the block which is making sure that there is no such user which is already stored in the database with the same username. So if c.getCount is not equal to 0, it means that there is a user with the same name. Then you are going to give a message that the username already exists and you're supposed to enter a new username. And again, if this is not the case, then you're going to check the second condition. Now all the fields that I have shown you in the signup.xml page, all of those fields are mandatory. So we cannot leave any of those fields as empty. So this is what I'm checking here. None of the fields can be empty. If any of the field is empty, then I'm entering the if block inside the block, and then I'm explicitly checking that which of the field is empty, and accordingly I'm displaying the message that this field is empty and I'm supposed to fill it. Otherwise If this is also fine, I mean you have entered a valid username, you have entered everything, then I'm going to the else part. In the else part, I'll just open the database and I'll enter all these records. I'll close the database, and again once you're done with this, you're just going to, I'm calling an intent which will take me to the another page, that is homepage.class. Start activity. So this was all about the code. I'll just show you how it runs in the emulator, whatever I said, how it works. So let me enter I mean, let's take any username. Suppose I am taking it as ABCD. Okay, this is the username. There is no such username which exists now in the database that I know, so it should give me an error in the password. Yeah, let me demonstrate you another thing. I'm leaving the password field empty now, and I'm trying to signing up. Okay, I'll try to sign up now. It shows me please fill in the password. So this was what I showed you. You cannot leave it empty since it's a mandatory field. Now let me enter anything. The password will be ABCD. Let's keep the username and password same so that the confusion is going on. Now if I try to sign up, if I try to sign in, it will show me no such user because there is no such user stored by this name. So now we are supposed to create a new account. I'll just click that text, create new account, and it will take me to a new page, that is signup.xml. Here I'll enter ABCD. I'll enter the password also as ABCD. College name, let's give PSIT. City Bangalore. Domain, suppose I give it as networks. And email ID or anything I can give. Anything in random I have given. And gmail.com. Now, yeah, I want that button. Yeah, this button, get started. Yeah, so now we have successfully signed up. Now if I go to the profile, it will show you all the information that I entered in the sign up page just now. Now I'll log out, and if again I try to enter by the same name ABCD, and here also password if I give it as ABCD, and now if I try to sign in, it should allow me. Yeah, see, welcome ABCD, here it showed. So this is what the username will be shown. So this is working correctly. So this is all about the user authentication. This is how the I mean how the password is authenticated and everything such. I hope the video was clear to you and it will help you for any other guidance. Thank you so much.